it doesn't listen. That's forever, ever, ever, ever. Should've realized this is goodbye. Didn't realize I know.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Dead or Alive. And I am your host, taylortoowavey. Before we start this, make sure that you like this video and obviously subscribe to this channel. Not obviously, really please. So today we have an amazing guest who I've wanted on this show for so long. She is a singer. She just put out her album, her EP. I'm so sorry. And she also just released a music video for I Can't Call You Baby. Yeah. It is SAKURA, guys. Yeah.
I'm so happy to be here. I feel like I've been waiting all my life.
Oh my, please.
to sit here with you with these microphones, just scream.
I feel famous. You make me feel famous.
You are though.
I'm famous to my 100 subscribers and my mom. Yes, that is true. How are you, girl?
I'm so good.
Good.
Literally so happy to be here.
Thank you.
It's a fun time already.
For making this drive. I know we've stalled for a long time trying to get stuff ready and such, but anyways, okay, so I know I asked you this off camera and I was actually very upset that I said it before, but where did your name come from?
Sakura. That one is my actual middle name. So my full name is Nicole Sakura Watson. I asked my mom why she gave me that name, and so she's Japanese, and she wanted to make sure that I was able to have a Japanese name when I went through life, and so she just chose Sakura, which is cherry blossom in Japanese.
That's so pretty.
Yeah.
I love. Have you ever been to Japan?
I go with my family to visit my grandparents. They're there, and my uncle, aunt, and baby cousin is there too.
Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous, man. I want to go to Japan. That's probably my top 3 places ever to go because it's so pretty.
It's a lot to see, and it's a lot to eat as well. This food and culture is just so great to experience.
What's your favorite food there, maybe?
That's very hard
because I want to know what to eat. I'm so picky, so I feel like if I go somewhere, I have to know what people like. So I'm okay, I'll just try that.
I think for me, I like going to get the ramen that's kind of on the side of the streets. There's always good ramen anywhere, basically, but it's just the fact that it's not a big chain restaurant. It's normally just a local neighborhood restaurant. My uncle knows a lot of just great places to eat. So normally when we get off the flight, he'll take us to go eat ramen or also Japanese barbecue as well. So that one also is a nice, quaint, and intimate experience to cook your own food and eat it with your family and have all these different side dishes as well.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so good. This is random, not even that random, but kind of. I've had American Korean barbecue, and it is, I don't like it very much. Have you ever had Korean barbecue? Do you like it?
I mean, I feel like it is what it is from what I've experienced. I've never had Korean barbecue in Korea before, so it's I'm not too familiar with Korean food, but based on growing up with the Japanese food, it feels like it tastes fairly authentic, and the experience seems it is a valid experience. Eat Korean barbecue in America, so I'm okay, this is what it is here.
Facts.
So I like it.
We went with my brother for his birthday one year to a Korean barbecue place. I'm sorry, I'm still on this, but my whole family, we were kind of just but I don't think we knew what we were doing. My little brother didn't say anything. He just ordered a bunch of food for the table. Yeah, and then he's just
was he cooking everything, or did the person come by?
He was cooking all the food, and we were
what's going on?
What are we doing? We were thrown by it.
It's definitely a new experience, because normally what I'm used to is just cooking the food by myself. Yeah. I've invited people over for a Japanese style barbecue, and I'll have all the meats prepared, and I'll pretty much cook for everybody. But I'm not used to having the server come by and cook. So it's just every time we're having a conversation, the server comes over, we're just dead silent. As they cook, I'm okay. And then I try to remember what I was talking about when they leave.
Right. Because it's so awkward when you're at a restaurant, the server just comes up and they're just
hey.
I feel that's what I was as a server. Very awkward.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, serving and then
Have you been a server before? Oh my god.
Most of my jobs have been serving. Yeah, I served at a sushi restaurant
Did
for
you?
about like 5 years.
I feel like that's the hardest thing because there's so many freaking things on the menu.
I've been able to like memorize like a lot of all of the fish and what they look like on the menu, but I did like the fact that the plates were like very light.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel like I had to like break my wrist while like carrying it on the plate to the table.
Have you ever dropped anything?
Yeah,
Serving before?
I worked at Melting Pot for a good 2-3 months, and I remember it was like, I think it was New Year's Eve. They were open.
They made you
and
work.
That's
what they get.
I was new too.
That's what they get for making you work.
I was new and I was bussing tables, and I was going through like these swinging doors, and I had so much, and I was like maybe like 10 feet away from like
Right.
the sink, and as I went through the door, all the plates fell behind me.
Oh no!
It fell behind me, and my manager was so upset. It was just terrible.
Really?
And yeah,
Man,
but it's okay.
I feel like they aren't your plates. What
I
are you
made
mad
it
for?
through.
Yeah, those are your plates.
It was so busy too.
Oh really?
It
I
was
bet.
so busy that day.
On New Year's, I could not imagine. Oh, okay. So the other day I was watching this, like, we were just talking about like scrolling TikToks or like reels or whatever in bed. But I was literally watching. David posted this TikTok. David X. posted this
David!
TikTok. He's literally sweet. Shout out to David X. I love you so much.
You know, we
but-
went to elementary school together.
That's
right?
what I was gonna ask. I was like, he was like posting like his little like journey through music
Yeah.
or whatever, and he was like posting like stuff about Brico Fleur and like all this stuff. So I was like, he posted a picture with you when he brought up Brico Fleur, and I was like, okay, I knew that you were in that, but then I was like, how long have you known him? Like, I was like, did y'all go to school together?
We went to elementary school together.
That's
like I
crazy.
think 5th, 4th grade. Like we sat at the same lunch table.
Oh my goodness.
And like he moved away, I think in 6th grade, and we're like, where did David go?
Oh my God.
Right? And so it was crazy because like we rekindled in Georgia State.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we saw each other like walking by. Like
Georgia State.
I lived at the Commons at one point, and I think I saw him when I was walking home. And I think once we like saw each other, we were like, hey, let's reconnect. And then that's when we started working on music together. He like asked me to come over and like sing vocals for some stuff. And so that's how it happened. Like after so many years, it's crazy.
Oh, so y'all didn't go to middle and high school? Only
No.
Oh my God, that's
yeah,
nuts. That's
yeah,
nuts.
it's crazy.
What school was that?
It was dang, what is it called?
No idea. What school did I go to?
Lake Ridge. It was in
Lake Ridge.
Clayton County.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, and David, well, he moved to like Atlanta, like, cause he went to school with Kenny, did he not? Or am I
I'm
wrong?
not sure. I think did he go to Grady? I don't know.
I think David went to Grady. I don't know about Kenny, but I know David went to Grady. Allegedly, I can't even say that I know that for real. So what was the creative process of making your EP?
My EP. You know how we kind of went through this whole pandemic and we're like inside the house for the most part.
Indeed.
I had always talked about making my own project, having a project, and finally like stepping foot into this like creative process. I had thought about it for like I think 2 years because I had started making music when I was a freshman in college, and I thought about it, but it didn't really like come to fruition until I guess like the pandemic, when I was kind of sitting at home and I was like looking at all my songs. I was like, hey, why not? Why not? If it's not perfect, it's okay.
Right.
It's gonna be my first shot, and I'm gonna do my best. And so the project is basically a package of songs I had written over the past 2 years. So it took from that point, I think I decided in like March. I think I decided in March that I wanted to do a project, and it took like 4 months after that to put like piecing them together, finishing them, tightening them up, and doing like the mixing and all that like post-production stuff. So it was like a fairly quick process, but it had to do with like a lot of experience prior to in order for me to put it together.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh. You know what's crazy? We went to, me and also the other people in this room, it's Reagan and Bo for anybody who doesn't know, but we went to Rolling Loud, whatever year that was, 2019 or something like that. Was it 2019? I don't even know. But we saw, like we were talking when we were at Buenos Aires that one time about how we've literally only seen each other in person. Like, that was like the second time I've ever seen you in person.
Yeah.
But I forgot I saw you at Rolling Loud that time.
Oh
I have
my
like
gosh.
videos on my phone of you like singing at Rolling Loud. It was crazy.
That was such a wild weekend because like I just graduated from Georgia
Yes,
State.
I remember that.
Yeah, and it was like we just like went down there and had that experience. It was so crazy. And I do remember like people saying they're like, "Oh, Taylor's down there," and all that stuff.
We were like, I was like, we gotta go see Kenny's set. It's gonna be so fun. And then he brought out everybody. I was like, this is too cute.
What a fun time.
This is so sweet. Brico Fleur. Wait, so is that still a collective? I would really like to know.
Not really. I feel like we've all kind of like branched out and done our own thing, but I think that time was like a very learning experience for all of us, just like working together. Like they were the first people that I started rehearsing in front of. So
really?
yeah, like they helped teach me a lot about performance and like what is it called, stage presence as well when it comes to performing. So like I truly adore everything that they're doing individually. Yeah.
3 people.
Okay,
Dead or alive.
we had a lot of time to think about this.
We did.
And I wanted to make sure I kept my 3. So my first one is Hayao Miyazaki, and he is the creator, the illustrator, animator for a lot of the films that I grew up watching. Studio Ghibli films. I grew up watching like Spirited Away. Me and Bo talked about that one earlier. Ponyo. Let's see. Howl's Moving Castle makes me cry all the time.
That's it.
And then Totoro as well. So I grew up watching these. My mom, I think I remember seeing it at Walmart when I was at the store with her, and she bought it one time, and I watched it, and I just fell in love with like how like he's able to tell stories through like these characters' lives about like family, the environment, love, through heartbreak and trials and tribulations. And so it's the fairy tales are like depicted in like the best way possible, and I grew up watching them, and I feel like that kind of like molded me into who I am. I feel like I'm always like a happy-go-lucky person. I try not to think like too negatively. So I think it's definitely like because of the things that I grew up watching, and that's something that I kind of like hold dear to my heart. Like I could watch it all the time.
All the time. Like on repeat, have a movie night.
And not get tired, and not get tired of it at all.
Now I have something else to watch. I'm literally going to watch all of these. I never really got into I have really bad ADHD, so I cannot sit and watch like a movie. Like if somebody's like, "Let's go to the movies," I'm like, "No." But now I feel watch these because they seem so wholesome.
Yeah,
and great. Like,
those
I'm
are
excited.
Like the one thing that I could sit down and watch, because like I feel you when it comes to like watching movies. It takes so long. Like it takes so much time.
2 hours.
Like, I'm not gonna be the person that's like, hey, let's watch a movie.
100% no.
But,
no.
Right. But if you offer, I'm like, okay, I'll sit down with you. But it's like, I'm not the person that's like, I want to watch a movie right now. Right. Unless it's like something crazy is going on in my life and I need to distract myself.
Let me just calm down.
Today is the day for a movie.
This. All right. That was a great one. That was perfect. I love that. All right.
Second one is Anthony Bourdain.
Am I? Okay. Every time.
Chef, reporter.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
I was thinking about like the reason why I picked the people that I want to meet, dead or alive, is kind of based on like who I am today and what influenced me. So like Anthony Bourdain, I used to like go home after school, like middle and high school, and watch his like specials. Anthony Bourdain.
Really?
Like, what is it? I can't. Traveling abroad. He would go to all these places and just like describe like all the food and the experiences that he had, and I fell in love with just like how he like showed the world, and it made me kind of like dream of like trying different places, trying different foods from different worlds, and just learning about like different cuisines. And so like now like I love like food and I love cooking, and so I feel like Anthony Bourdain was kind of like the gateway to like this culinary arts world. So like I don't really like watching TV shows, but if I do watch a TV show, it's a cooking show.
Really? That's good though. At least you don't watch like I'm sorry.
Like
I'm
what?
thinking about watch like
What do you watch?
Circle in my free time.
Oh my gosh!
Like,
what is that one? Is that the social media show?
They sit in the apartments and they rate each other.
Hey,
based
Circle.
off their, hey Circle, take me to my messages. I would be terrible on there. They'd be like, this crazy.
My have so many typos.
Really?
I'd be like, backspace.
I'd be like, hello, Circle. My name is. They'd be like, oh, that's a robot. That's a catfish. She a
Open chat
catfish.
message with Taylor. Hey, do you think we could form an alliance?
For sure.
Do you think they're ganging up on us?
Like, they really be like, I couldn't imagine those sitting in those. I think about it all the time because I'm like, I've started watching, I don't know, I feel like when you get older, you start watching like reality shows and all this
True.
stuff.
I fell in love with Bad Girls Club.
Oh my God! I've literally watched like all of them.
I love Judy. I feel like that's the only like season I watched, and I just love Judy so much.
I literally
I should have put her as my dead or alive person I want to meet.
Please, not Judy, bro. I literally watched all the Bad Girls Clubs that are on Hulu in quarantine. Like, I was telling Bo would come to my house and I'd be like, you want to watch Bad Girls Club with me? He's like, no. I'm like, play. Anyways, like, I'm sorry, my sidetrack.
Oh my goodness. I feel like I started that one though.
I'm like, bruh, Bad Girls Club is it. If you've never seen Bad Girls Club, what are you doing? Like,
I feel like when I watch Bad Girls Club, I turned into this aggressive person.
bruh,
I was like, I
it's
can't.
Like, for what reason?
I
too?
can't.
Like,
I can't. I start punching.
I would literally walk in the house the first day and be like, well, I really didn't like her because
I run this house.
And why? And why do you run it? You don't know any of these people.
They start making like drawing mustaches on their pictures.
If I woke up and saw that, I would literally look at my picture and be like, and just like leave. They'd be like, oh, she's a she didn't care that we drew on her picture.
She didn't say good morning, so we have to get her out the house.
She didn't say good morning, even though we bully her all night.
We're putting her mattress in the pool.
Okay, that's the one thing that would. I wouldn't fight them back though, because they gang up on people. Like, okay, now
I
I'm
would
going
cry. I would cry and get my beat.
Like literally, I'd be like, "Why are you guys doing?" I would literally
They're
be
so
like,
mean.
"Come get me production. Please, I can't be here, bro." Like,
they would come out the woodworks.
I'd be like, "Y'all come on. I know y'all can hear me on these mics y'all got on us, bro. Get me.
Come get me out of here, please.
Come get me." I swear they leave
Houston.
people in sometimes. We got a problem. My mattress is in the pool. Like, come get me. Like, damn. Okay, anyways, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Anthony Bourdain. I would love to meet him.
And now back to the topic.
I would love to meet Anthony Bourdain because he's the one that kind of introduced me to like culinary TV shows. And so like I like watching Chef's Table, Heat, Fat, Acid, Salt. One of in any of those orders. But that show, The Final Table. I don't really like the shows with Gordon Ramsay
I was
too
literally
much.
about to ask you that.
He's too aggressive for me.
I've started watching.
I would cry watching him.
Not cry watching him. He's great. Like,
I would cry.
Final, he's nuts. I don't know. I started watching him like a month ago, and I'm like, why are you like this?
Just aggressive for no reason.
And he's crazy. Anyways, okay, number 3.
Number 3 is Frank Ocean.
Ah! Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frank Ocean. I was thinking like I could have said like any of the other legends, but I was thinking like the legends are legends because they're legends, right? They're so far away from my time. Like I was born in 1997, so it's like I think the younger artists who are doing something that's very inspiring inspires me because I feel like it's closer and I can achieve it a little bit easier outside of like the legends that I love, like Stevie Wonder, but from a different time. So it's like how can I aspire to be someone like him? And so just like watching him as I grew up, like I cried the first time I saw him on TV. I went on Tumblr and I was like at Frank Ocean or frankocean.tumblr.com/ask. I was like, I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy I got to see you on TV.
I love it. Like Frank Ocean.
But yeah, just to be able to see him like express himself even outside of music is like really inspiring and kind of shows like you don't have to be boxed in by just music. You can kind of like do whatever you want. Do you remember that that live stream he did when he was like building that staircase?
Yes, and it was like an hour and something long.
And it went
like,
I came home after school every day and I watched it.
oh my.
I sat there and had it open on my screen.
Bruh.
I was just like, I'm such a fan. I was just so curious to see like what he would do. And I feel like even like Homer, like his new jewelry line,
that's so cool, man.
to be able to see him do whatever he wants to do.
Literally
And it be
anything.
him and just authentic as possible. You know, like I love that. And I think that's really inspiring to see. And also something that I want to do even with my own like, artistry and expressing myself.
Definitely. Like be able to do whatever you want when you want, but just
and no one questions it.
no one's gonna question Franco.
No
like,
one.
What are we doing? Like, oh my God, he's amazing. I used to listen to Nostalgia Ultra in high school.
Ooh.
Oh my God. Like just me and my best friend used to drive down the highway and just be like, this is the best music
Right.
like I've ever heard. Like, what is
Nothing
this,
like
man?
it.
Like, I saw him live once. It was crazy. I was like low-key crying.
Where?
At Bonnaroo, the most crazy. I don't even know if it was like 2014 or something. Kanye was there.
Whoa.
Everybody kept writing Kanye and everything because I think
What?
he came like years before, and he came out like allegedly like 5 hours late or something, and everybody was like really pissed. But
Boo.
it was crazy. His set was like, I feel like they put the sets that they know some people will come to, but not like the big sets at night. So it was at like 10 p.m. Like, but it was, oh my God. I still have like all the videos. I like made sure I never lost them.
I
like,
want to see them if you have them.
Oh,
on your
100.
Phone,
I will send
please.
them to you tonight. They're all on my computer. Like, it was beautiful. Like, oh my God. Best show probably ever that I've
I would cry too.
been to. I was like freaking out.
My eyes would be on the floor.
And people are just sitting there standing and not even reacting. I'm like, oh, y'all need to move because I need to be up there. Like, cut it out. Oh my
Wow.
God. I loved all your answers.
Thank you.
Those are perfect. All right, guys. If you've stayed this long, which I hope that you have, thank you so much for watching this episode of Dead or Alive. Sakura, anything you have to say before we end this?
My name is Sakura, and you're watching Dead or Alive with Taylor2Wavey.
Pew, 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 pew.
Thank you so much for having me.
No, thank you so much for coming. Like, I adore you. I adore your music.
Thank you.
I am watching the journey and I love it already. So I can't wait to
More
see
to come.
where it goes.
You can follow me everywhere at 404 Sakura.
Hard.
Yep, 404sakura.com.
Ooh, that's such a fine website.
Thank you. I converted my Tumblr.
No
Yeah,
way.
I did.
Oh, see, when you put out your video, now I'm getting off tangent. Off, whatever. I just went to YouTube and typed in your name rather than going to the website. But when I get home, I'm going to the website.
Yeah, it's my Tumblr.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Before this thing runs out, my name's Taylor2Wavey. This is Sakura, and this is Dead or Alive.